So Kevin's over again. Say hi to Kevin. Mr. Kevtress. Alright, so this is going to be M82 video number 5. Now, I promise we are getting close to the end of this series as we are running out of things to fix and modify on this. This video deals mostly with the IRQ fix. So games like Super Mario 3, even like Power Pack, making that work with all the games, stuff like that. Very simple fix. In this video, you see us make it work with one cart slot. If we do make another video about this, it's going to be how to make it work with all 12 cart slots. And I honestly don't really see that happening, just because, you know, like I say in this video, it's a rare item, so you don't really want to be adding a lot of hard soldered mods to it. And you know, this turned out to be a one-wire fix. You'll see in the video, it's super easy. So you'll be able to use, you know, a power pack in at least one of the slots and play all the IRQ games that have problems with it normally, and that's excellent. So, and then we have, of course, the RGB mod video coming up. It's pretty well done. I just haven't finished it, just being lazy, I guess, and getting busy with other stuff. And then, of course, let's see, maybe even as soon as tomorrow night, we might have all the video shot and the actual mod work done for the replacement of the Nintendo ASIC, which will kill off the timer. And let's see what else. We're going to be able to select each cart slot, whether it has a game in it or not. So what that means is we'll be able to select the cart slot even if the game doesn't have the lockout chip, which will be super beneficial. And I think that's going to be an excellent video. I can't wait to do that. So anyway, this one, it was a simple fix. However, it still turned out to be like a half-hour video because we do a lot of talking and a lot of various testing and stuff. So it's not just how to hook up this one stupid wire and fix the IRQ. It's a bunch of other information. So enjoy. Put this power strip to the test over here.
That's funny. Has their URL when it fires up.
Oh, does it?
Huh? Yeah, watch.
You know, I've never really noticed that.
That's funny.
Of course, that may have been made 10 years ago when that was a big deal to put shit like that on there.
That's why I think it's kind of funny. You get something that's pretty old and the URL has a URL on it, and you're like, gee, I wonder if that still works.
Right.
That's why I tend sometimes not to put URLs on circuit boards, because there's no guarantee that it's going to be there in however many years.
That's true.
Yeah, I like that. Solder holes. I'll have to buy one of those.
I promise you it was less than $10 shipped.
I
paid
thought
as little as I could for it.
I thought about making one, but I've never made one. Guess I could use this thing.
I can't brag on it either, but it's better than nothing. I actually did make one, as a matter of fact.
Oh, you did?
But mine is super cool.
So cool you can't put solder on it?
Yeah, it works. It's not going to work at the factory.
Oh, yeah?
So, of course, that slides on there, and then there's a bearing right there. How cute is that?
Oh, that's cool.
Nice and heavy.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't have this little...
The little holder thingy on there, yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool.
The only reason I quit using it is because I changed... See, I still had all this, and I changed to the...
020, because this is the 015. Wow, I didn't even know it came that small.
Bought it by accident when I worked at the factory, and that shit lasted me forever.
Yeah, solder is expensive these days.
I got that roll on eBay.
Oh, yeah?
Used, yeah.
Used?
Well, not used.
A used roll of solder.
What would I say? Second hand, maybe, I guess?
Yeah, I like that green wire I have. It's like telephone wire. So the stranding is pretty small, and the insulation's not terribly thick on it either.
Yeah.
So that's what you just see the NAND pewter. I mean, have you ever seen any of that? It was like on Hack-A-Day. That's a computer made out of NAND gates that I did.
I've seen the video, the YouTube video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that green wire, that's the green wire.
Oh.
That I wired that up with. There's probably 3,000 pieces of green wire hooking all those chips up. There's like 350 chips. That's not that complicated. It looks complicated, but it's just because it's all NAND gates. I posted the schematic too for that. So if someone really wanted to make a NAND pewter, they could.
And do what with it? Say, look what I made.
Run code on it. You know what I really wanted to do with the NAND pewter, actually, I did have a purpose for it. I wanted to hook it up through Telnet and have people log into it and play like a game on it, you know, through the console, like a console window, so you could like play a text adventure game on it. That's what I wanted to do with it.
Why didn't you?
Because I just haven't got the time to do it. I was thinking how I would do it. Obviously, the NAND pewter can't handle TCP/IP, so it'd be serial. Then I'd have like some kind of thing running on the PC or web page or whatever that would let you, you know, tell it like a telnet to serial bridge or something. Okay, we can try it.
Unplug that. Just because.
I'm sure you have enough juice. Those power strips usually good for 10 amps. Running a reflow oven on there wouldn't be advisable. It's on, I heard.
And this RGB is off, or the palette is not selected. So composite should still be good to go.
Yep. So Mario 3 should be functional. And it sure is.
Looks that way.
Yep. This is done with the IRQ right here.
Cool. I had, let's see, what did I have? I had it was either a broken top loader or an actual broken Mario 3 cart. And the curtain, the red curtain, is a bunch of happy face.
Okay.
Like the cloud or something like that.
Yeah, you got a character problem.
Yeah. And I was like, how would anybody know that that's what that is? Because it's just, they're just layered to make it look like a curtain.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fucking awesome. It's just one of those, like an Easter egg that you wouldn't even know about unless...
Well, it's not really an Easter egg, but it's a broken cart. But yeah.
You're good to go. So the chip just takes all of the...
All of those and multiplexes
12
down to here. That's it. That's all it does.
And I'm assuming something, like, yeah, right there. Something... Does some other signal change between them, or does it do it automatically?
Well, that's why you solder it on top of the existing chip, because that's select. Those are the select lines.
Oh, I see.
Too bad. Damn it! I should have brought my logic probe, and I would show you how to use a logic probe because they're awesome.
Yeah, we'll do that next time up there or something.
Yeah.
Because really, well, what would we do next? I guess that chip would be the next thing that we're doing.
Yeah.
And I could just bring this up to your place.
Yeah, because you'll have to program it.
Sure.
Because I got, you know, my programmer.
I'm hoping by that time I might have another camera.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Like I said, I'd like to have 2 or 3 of them.
And just
one facing me, one facing you, one facing down.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Oh, yeah. I have to buy some more bigger SD cards. These long sessions.
Yeah, the only bad part's editing such long sessions. So, see, what I was thinking when I was going to do the video, I was going to keep a little notepad and have a clock and write down, reset it to 0, and then write down, you know, if I did something important, I'd just mark the time down, so when it came back to editing, it'd be easier.
I guess I've just always made a mental note to turn the camera on and off.
Oh,
Like...
Yeah, I see that in your videos all the time. You got that little remote.
Like if I know I'm about to spend a minute not doing anything,
you just turn it off.
Turn it off, or even turn it off and right back on.
That's true.
Because usually whenever that happens, I know something has happened. Either they need to be joined straight up, or they need to be watched.
Oh, okay.
I usually watch through anyway.
You almost have to.
You know, and on the program I use, it's not that difficult to cut stuff out.
Okay. One thing,
and it even overlays like an audio signal over, so you know when there's like no audio.
Oh yeah, you
on,
can see that.
Oh, I need to go there and see what's going on and cut it out probably.
True. One thing that I don't like on some YouTube videos is well, it's the major thing that kind of annoys me. I call it the max headroom effect.
Another one?
Yep. And basically what this is, like the Mike's electric stuff, his videos, I really like his videos, but he has really bad max headroom effect. And that is when he does lots of quick cuts. You know, like he'll just cut like a couple words out when he's talking to make the video like half a second shorter. So it's like, so his head like is like in all these different positions.
I'm kind of guilty of that too.
Yeah. I mean, I can see cutting out the boring parts, but
I tried to do a fade. But honestly, the fade that I use, it adds so much time to the rendering.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I don't want to sit here forever just
waiting for it to render.
Especially when I'm moving from one place to another. You know, I'd like to have a fade there. You know, but I don't think people care that much.
Yeah,
I'm not that professional yet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just one of my little things that kind of annoys me on YouTube videos in general is, well, they just do like a quick cut instead of just, I mean, I understand it. It's because it's not scripted. You know, you want to make it flow, but I don't know, it's just kind of jarring to the viewer. So, yeah.
My biggest complaint's always background music. When it doesn't need to be known.
When it doesn't need to be there.
You know, especially when they are talking. And they are trying to tell you something. And there's background music, and it's so loud you can't hear what they're saying. And even when it's not that loud, it doesn't need to be there. I'm just like, come on.
I need some heat. Here, I'll demonstrate what happens when you take the IRQ line off while it's running.
That's a good idea.
So you can see what happens. Because yeah, Mario 3 is a really good game for testing this because it uses the IRQ split all the time. It uses it in a couple places. It uses it on the title screen, which is really nice for the floor, and it uses it in the game for the status bar. And then when you play the game with the extra life game, the screen is split in 3 places or 4 places for those things to move. That's how they do that. So that's why you'll see.
Is that what you were talking about with the broken Kidjacula? Remember I told you the bottom part of the screen was all messed up?
Yes, yes.
So you think there might only be one trace on here that's...
Yes.
And there was a couple.
It'd be,
I thought I had
it'd be
fixed.
here or here. It's 15 in on the top. So it's now I got the IRQ wire off now.
What do you mean from the right?
Well,
from the left?
From this side on the top. Depending on if you're looking at the cart or the socket, it'll be left or right.
15 is connected to 16. From the right.
Yeah, see?
Oh, that's M72.
This is what happens. See? No floor.
Cool.
Now watch. See? Whoops.
Oh,
I just crashed it.
Fucked it up.
So that's what the IRQ line's doing. See? So the reason it crashes is because it depends on where the game is when the IRQ hits. So yeah. So that's what happens when you play Mario 3 on this M82 without the IRQ line. You get.
I was in the impression it didn't work at all, but
apparently that's the game might not even be playable. I can't remember what happens. I plug the controller in and see what happens.
Oh, look at the bottom there.
Yep. You want to put this on here, it'll fix it.
Yep.
Yeah, because see, what it's doing is changing the graphics bank at that split point. And since it's not changing the graphics bank, you're seeing these graphics down there instead.
Oh.
So. I love that. I just like those. There we go. Yeah, see the bottom's all screwed.
Mm-hmm.
And now it isn't. Man, look at that ghosting.
That's terrible.
Mm-hmm. And all the interference in the picture too. Hey there, your monitor's fixed.
Whoa.
That's what it's supposed to look like.
What happened?
I don't know. That's what it's supposed to. Now it's white. I have no idea.
There it goes again.
Yep.
Don't be gentle.
Yeah, you got a loose connection in there. So, yep. That's the IRQ. Oh yeah, see this little bunch of crap right here?
Yeah. That's
where the interrupt's hitting. And it moves because the instructions are different lengths. It depends on where it hits, depending on what instruction it interrupts.
So that's totally normal.
Yeah, that's totally normal.
Devil World does that.
Oh, does it?
It's at the top.
Oh yeah, a lot of games do it.
Mm-hmm.
Interestingly, Devil World doesn't use IRQs to split the screen. They use the sprite zero flag like Mario does.
But it's a similar situation.
Similar situation, yeah. So, yep, that totally fixes it.
Okay, there's 15.
Should
goes
be
to a VIA
Mm-hmm.
underneath char.
It goes to the mapper. One way is really easy to find the IRQ line. You look at an NROM game, and that route will not be there. Yeah, your monitor looks, the colors look fine now. The white's white. Huh. Weird. Maybe it's just a thermal issue.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, the IRQ works.
Super cool.
Imagine that.
Well, and since it's like a hard solder mod, I might, since we know it's going to work, I might wait until it sells.
Oh, and then see if they want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, why waste all the time if they don't want it?
Well, and I guess technically we only need to wire one of them up to work. If he's got a power pack or an air drive, then...
Yeah, then you only need one. You're right. True?
Man, the mysteries are running out on this thing.
Oh, here's a good test. Now that I have it here. 4-screen.
Yeah.
Does 4-screen work?
Good call.
Let's take Mario 3 out. Well, this'll see if the 4-screen works. So if the RAM enable's hooked up, or I'm guessing it probably is not going to work. We'll see. Nope.
Yep.
No 4-screen. 4-screen does not work. There's only like 3 games that use 4-screen. The 2 Gauntlet games and one of those racing games. So it's kind of hard to play when you don't know where the hell you're going. Yep. 4-screen does not work.
That's not the same fix, is it?
No. You would need yet another set of multiplexers to fix this problem.
For one slot or for all of them?
For all of them. You can add a wire to fix this problem.
Just one wire?
2 wires.
2 wires.
I think. It depends on, you'd almost have to reverse engineer more of the board.
Right.
but I guess they weren't expecting to play 4-screen games. Like I said, there's only 3 4-screen games that I know of. There's this game, Gauntlet 2, and then Rad Racer 2. So,
who cares?
Yeah. I'm sure. You know, again, it's another outlier. You know, that's the way this always works. You know, you can make the bulk of the stuff work, and then you have the outliers.
It's just like I said, we're slimming our audience down so far anyway for M82 owners. And then down
mods.
To, you know, people are probably going to want to play games that have the IRQ problem. But
yes,
the 4-screen problem, probably not. Now, we might still make a video about it, come up with a fix, and then if everybody wants to do it to their own, there it is.
Yeah. True. But we proved that the IRQ fix works.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So like you said, if you want to put the power pack in one slot, it would work. But it's kind of silly. If I was doing it, I'd probably just mod the whole thing because, well, you got 12 cart slots. It's done the...
It's what I keep coming back to. It's such a rare machine. People want to be able to easily revert to stock.
True.
One wire is a lot easier than 12 in a couple chips, you know.
Yep, definitely.
Damn it, that was too easy.
So yeah, those are the common problems. Are 4-screen games, IRQs, and writing to like the save RAM and registers below 6,000. Those are usually the big things on these systems. Because the Famicom box has all these same problems. However, I think it does handle the 4-screen. I can't remember now. It's been too long. It does not handle IRQs. It connects all the IRQs together on all the cartridges, which is a disaster. Because if you have more than 2 games with IRQs, it won't work because they fight. You know, the outputs are connected together, and you don't connect outputs to outputs.
All right. Well, is there way more 4-screen Famicom games?
No. I think there's less.
Oh, yeah?
Rad Racer 2. I don't think did Gauntlet even come out on the Famicom? I don't even know.
I'm no Fami expert.
So, yeah.
Well, that took a lot less time than I was expecting.
Yeah. Well, I knew it was going to be pretty easy.
I mean, the full mod, yeah, that would take some time, but...
Probably an hour and a half.
I'm really expecting a few people to have these that just would not care.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things. It's kind of like an old car. You don't have the old car to drive it around.
I guess what I should do is get a close-up of the actual connection points. Right there, the red one. So, right here's the CPU. Up from pin 40. A few vias over. And then, of course, up here, top, was it 15 in?
15 in, top.
Connect them to and it works. That is...
Yeah, it's this via here.
Incredibly easy. Well, easy for you.
Well, it's like the guy that hires a plumber. A plumber comes out. Guy has a leak in his pipe, right? So the plumber comes out, hits the pipe with a hammer, says, "Okay, that'll be $50." The guy's like, "Oh, you just hit the pipe." It's like, "Yeah, well, I charge you $5 to hit the pipe and $45 to know where to hit the pipe."
Right. Yeah. I guess that's where my business comes in. Is I just have the right tools.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like I have an education, other than the 12 years of experience doing it.
I don't have education either.
You know, I happen to have the right tools, and you know, I guess the experience comes in with knowing when something fucks up and how to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
But like the NES RGB, God, I'd say over half of the initial complexity is just desoldering the PPU, and that's going to kill a lot of people.
Well, you have to have a desoldering gun or something to do it. And, you know, Wix sucks, and those solder pults suck. That's the barrel with the button on it.
I've got a small one of those that I still use and like okay, but I also have one of the big ones.
I have one of those big ones that work. They're about this big around. It's this long, and it's blue, and it has a big yellow handle. That one. And there's a black version that's ESD safe. It's called Soda Pult. It's the brand name of the one I have.
Mine is all black.
Yep, that's the one. Yep, I got the blue version of this at work. It's all blue and this is yellow. This is the ESD safe one.
Super.
Yep.
I really do need to upgrade my tables. And...
That's the brand name, Soda Pult.
Mm-hmm.
That cracks me up. Low static deluxe desoldering tool.
Are you always wearing the ESD bracelet?
No. I do sometimes, depending. I got it.
Nope. Not that I can tell.
I do sometimes, especially in the winter, if it's really bad and staticky. But during the summer, not usually. I always, you guys watch me. I always try to touch something, like at work. I touch. If someone's gonna grab a circuit board, I touch their finger, and then I give them the circuit board, and then it can't get zapped.
Right.
I've zapped boards just handing one to someone many times, and it can blow chips up.
I guess I've just been really lucky because I have zero SD protection around here.
Yeah, I got a mat at work. I need to get one at home. Those mats are awesome. Those are really good because what I usually will do, if you have a mat, you really don't need the wrist strap because, I'm always going like this and you're always touching it so you always get discharged, but you have to buy a good one. We bought one from M.Koenig. The goddamn thing, it says it's an ESD mat. It's not conductive.
Really?
It doesn't work.
Wow.
So, and I have a ESD mat tester that someone gave to me. It's like, how are you going to get one of those things? But I have one. And it says it's open circuit.
Oh, wow.
So my old ESD mat that wore out, it worked, and it said it had, like a meg ohm per square or whatever it is, and so it was fine. So it's good to have that to test it. But, obviously you just buy a good one and it's not a problem. Yep, this is exactly the one that I have at work.
Never had it open. There might be some goodies in there.
Yeah. Got to clean that.
I don't know if I ever used it.
Well, see, the secret to using one of these things is keeping it clean.
Sure.
But, I mean, the amount of times you have to clean it sucks.
My complaint is always the tips.
Oh, yeah? They
just
melt.
too big.
Oh, they're too big.
It's like trying to get the soldering iron and that thing over a pin
and
to get any kind of suction. And
yeah, it's hard.
Terrible.
Well, see, that's why when I was using one of these, I used to desolder 40-pin chips with one of these at work. Before we got like that 808 type of thing.
You heat the chip side and suck from the other side.
Well, I do it from the bottom, but the secret was always to take this apart, clean it with a paper towel, the O-ring here. Clean that O-ring, put some Vaseline in it. Then what you do, you wad up a paper towel and stuff it down in here and twist it and pull it out, and then all that solder dust comes out with it. That is the secret. Otherwise, you just don't get enough vacuum. You go like this, and you can tell if it's clean. If this takes a while, see, it's not clean. If it was clean, that wouldn't have done that. It would have stayed down there. That's how you can always tell if it's clean enough. You go like this, and if it stays down there, then it's clean. If it doesn't, it needs cleaning. But the last time I used one of these to desolder a 40-pin chip was probably 96 or something like that.
Because you had that better one at work since then?
Yeah, and if I need it, I just borrow it. Or I'll just take a board in. If I need to take a chip off, I just take it into work and just desolder it there. But yeah, the other thing that's kind of amusing to me is, people are saying how expensive stuff something like electronics in general is. Like a $50 thing is expensive.
Newbies.
Yeah.
You weren't here. You weren't trying to do it 20 years ago and pre-internet era. And,
oh man, it sucked pre-internet. You had to get.
Damn it.
You have to get data sheets from the manufacturer, call them up, hope they send you a data sheet or a data book, and then it's like, how do you find new stuff? It's not like there's an internet. There was. So yeah, that always sucked. So it was always magazines, trolling through magazines looking for ideas.
Did you ever have, what was that one called?
If it was a magazine, probably.
Nuts and bolts?
Uh-huh.
Servo?
nuts and bolts, radio electronics, popular electronics. They renamed it to Poptronics.
Yeah, I've got those.
You know, let's see your stash.